Before I start the video, guys, I just want to remind you guys that the giveaway for the Epsilon rear spats is about to end. It ends on the 30th of November, so you got like one more day. Okay, I decided to do this like fisheye kind of effect with the iPhone, and that's how I'm going to be doing the video. If you guys want a different video where it doesn't have this kind of fisheye wide angle lens, let me know. But for today's video, I'm going to kind of do it like POV. First person point of view. Let's go ahead and start with the front hood. This is a Street Hunter hood with the carbon fiber pretty much fins, and then I got it paint matched. I believe the hood was around 1300 to 1500, and paint matching it was pretty much close to that. I shopped around and I finally got the price around the $800 mark, I believe, if I remember correctly. The hood was pretty expensive. If I would do it again, I would just opt for like the full carbon fiber one. But I do like the paint match. It looks really good, especially with the carbon fins just kind of being exposed and then everything else being World Rally Blue. Quality of Street Hunter, I'll say maybe like a 7 to 7.5 out of 10. There is some issues that I kind of don't like about it. Just like every other hood that's aftermarket, sometimes the sides don't really fit as good. You do gotta play around with them, but one side's like a little bit more of a gap than the other one, but to me, not too big of a deal. Next up is this Subaru light up pretty much badge. I found out the 22 and up WRX has pretty much from OEM a different part that you could buy, that you'd swap out the regular Subaru badge for a light up one. And I was like, oh, let me go ahead and just try to retrofit that to the BRZ, and I ended up doing that. I bought that for like, I think close to 400 bucks. Now with inflation going down, I believe you could find them for like 150 to 200 bucks. So rip for me. And same thing, I ended up buying the STI fog lights, authentic ones. I believe these were like 500 bucks. Now I think you could get them down in the 300s to 400s for the OEM ones, or you could buy those Chinese ones that have the switchback for the amber turn signal. Those you could find those for like around 200 bucks. And I also do make a plug and play harness kit that pretty much makes everything plug and play, especially if you get the JDM ones, different connectors. So I ended up making that. If you guys are interested in that, link down in the description. Side markers, I do have the clear JDM ones. Those were 100 bucks, I believe. These were 40 bucks, but these light up white, and I kind of wanted the white instead of the amber light, so I ended up buying these for like super cheap, and they were already kind of breaking on me. It was chipping a little bit when I installed it, so quality isn't the best, but I do like that it lights up, and I do like the black contrast with everything else that's going on in the front. And I've gone through 2 front lips. I had the STI one. Unfortunately, that one broke with the giant iceberg when I went to Reno. So that got destroyed, and I ended up getting the Epsilon one. And I feel like the Epsilon one ties it really good. It almost looks like it's not really aftermarket. It looks like OEM maybe plus. I do like the little side thing right here, where it looks like kind of like a little side like canard, but it's like built within the front lip, and it just looks like it got extended a little bit further. If you do buy it, I believe it's like 300-ish. I know right now they're having a Black Friday sale, and nothing really inside the engine bay besides K&N air filter. And if you could see it right here, I did change the oil cap to the GR oil cap that's made out of like billet aluminum, I believe. I think you can find these for like 150 bucks. And then I've gone through a couple wheels. I still have the OEM one. I had Option Lab ones, but those were too heavy. I ended up selling those. And then I got these for a really good deal. These are the 57DR's gram lights. And I believe it's Eternal Blue, Mag Blue, whatever you want to call it. A lot of curb rash on most of them. But they're really good wheels, and curb rash, you can always repair it. I just haven't had the time to do it. I believe these are 18 by 9.5 plus 38. With the 245 35 18 tire. For you track boys, if you guys want to know the tire, it's a Continental, I believe DW206 or something like that, but Continental tire. Really good tire, does really good in the rain, pretty much all conditions. And I think going forward, if I am ever going to buy another tire for any car, it's going to be these. Not a paid product placement for Continental. Trust me, guys, if I was getting sponsored by Continental, I would love it. But for now, I'm paying retail, I'm paying the premium, and I just feel like it's a really good set of tires. A lot of people focus on like, oh, maybe I should get some Brembo brakes. No, start off with the tires, start off with good wheels and tires. That's the best combo versus a big brake kit with just slotted rotors. That's not really going to do much. Last thing I installed on the car was Epsilon rear spats. Pretty simple install, it doesn't take too long. And once again, it kind of looks like an OEM plus option. It especially ties in really good with the There's diffuser that I have. I ended up installing that one from my other BRZ 2017. And when I got the car early in 2021, Even Varys didn't know that this was going to fit with the car. Been having it for around 35,000 miles, and it's been holding up really great. And then I added this little red pinstripe to the rear, and I've been meaning to actually, we're gonna skip this for now. I've been meaning to add it right here in the front, because in the old BRZ they did a TS version that came with a little red pinstripe right here. It comes one in the rear, and I believe it had one like right here on the side, and that's pretty much kind of like a STI version of the BRZ. I've gotten a lot of questions about that little red pinstripe. It's super cheap. I'm gonna link it down in the description. I'm also gonna be linking it on the video. I also wrapped it in a couple areas like right here, kind of to give it a little bit more contrast. And it's been holding up for almost 3 years now. I think it's almost time for me to remove it and then put a new roll. Like I said, this is my pretty much third set of taillights. I had the OEM ones, and then I had the Dragon scale taillights. Those I really like, but once I saw these, I feel like these kind of go a little bit harder on these cars. You can't go wrong with the lobster taillights. So they're also clears that look really good. And then these, I believe you could get these for like less than 500 bucks. Same thing with the Dragon scale lights. I think almost all aftermarket BRZ and GR86 taillights are around the $500 mark. I also have the light bar right here. I think these are going for like 150. The BRZ never came with the little ducktail thing like the GR86, so I ended up buying this one on eBay. I think this was probably like 50 bucks, and I think it's made out of rubber. It was supposed to be like a temporary thing where I bought it to decide what other one I wanted to go with, and then I ended up really liking how it looked, and I've kept it, especially now they have the wing. I don't think I really want to buy another like duckbill, and I feel like this subtle one looks really good, nothing crazy, and it just looks almost like OEM plus. Before I answer what all these hexagons are, let's move on to carbon fiber cover antenna. That was like 50 bucks. The rear spoiler for the roof. I've always liked these on like any car. It's the old MR2s, pretty much any car Celicas. I had it on my old BRZ. I pretty much feel like every car looks a little bit more aggressive once you add one of these. I don't remember the price, but I don't think it was more than 100 bucks. It kind of complements the car, kind of gives it like a little meaner look, a little meaner stance. And then the wing, this is an AliExpress wing. This is supposed to be an artisan style wing. Full carbon fiber, which that's one thing I really wanted to do, is make sure that at least it's carbon fiber if I am going to do a replica one. Just making sure that wasn't a crack on the clear coat. And you guys know the story. They shipped it out. It was a little bit damaged. I kind of repaired it, and I'm not too crazy about it. As far as it not being authentic, at the end of the day, I kind of showed you guys why, the reasoning for it. I'm not going to pay $30,000 for a carbon fiber wing when I could get one that's cheaper and it's also full carbon fiber. Yeah, I know I got to support the authentic manufacturers that make it, but at the same time, there is a limit on how far the consumer should be spending on those real parts. They should actually make it more affordable, at least bring it down to the 1,500 to like 2,000 mark. I really like the style, I really like the look, and I do want the artisan wide body kit. I think that's the one I'm gonna go with if I do wide body the car. For sure, for wide body kits, always buy the authentic ones. If you buy the rep ones, you just end up having to do way more work than you have to, versus the authentic ones, which would still require work. You know, they did more R&D testing, so at least it's a little bit easier and it's going to turn out a lot better. And then I guess going to these hexagons, I saw these little pre-rolls on Amazon, and I'm like, why not install it? I spent like 100 bucks on like a lot of these tubes that come with like a lot of these hexagons. I haven't finished. It's just, we've been getting a lot of rain, and I started on this side and I still have to continue with the back. I'm not going to do the whole car, but I am going to be doing maybe like a side, like, I don't know, for it to go, maybe go like this or something. Still not too sure, still playing around with it. It is a like 10-foot thing, 5-foot thing, where from this far away it looks really good. Up close, starts to look a little questionable. There's a little bit of air bubbles, and like, I feel like it's really cheap vinyl, so it just starts to like lift up from the corners, but whatever, it's temporary. It's just more for like a video for entertainment, but it looks really good from this far away, so stay tuned for that video. That's gonna be kind of cool. Moving on to the mirrors. No, I did not just put red mirror caps. I know some people hate it, some people like it. I kind of like it because it ties in with the red accents I'm doing. This is a JDM mirror assemblies. When you lock the car, it automatically auto folds, and then the mirrors go up, and then when you unlock the car, the mirrors automatically unfold, or if you press and hold it for a long period of time, the windows will automatically go down. I make the plug and play harness for the mirrors to automatically fold and unfold. If you guys want to get some of those, you do need the JDM mirrors, which I believe JDM mirrors cost around 500 bucks. And then you need this little cover, which is like another 10 bucks. For you guys to get the auto roll windows down feature, it's a separate thing. It's a dauntless dongle paired up with the Hachi adapter that plugs into your fake engine noise. You want to get that. It gives you a lot of different features that you could do, like turning off that annoying alarm that gets in your seat. If you don't have your seatbelt plugged in, automatically unlocks your doors, all that cool stuff. So check it out. Before I forget, the TRD style kind of weather sun visor thing, they've been holding on for the last couple years, and I really like the design. They're completely useless compared to any other ones I've bought for any other car. The water just kind of like gets stuck right here as it's raining, and then it just starts to drip inside the car. So it doesn't really work that good, but I do like how they look. Other than that, guys, I don't think there's really anything else to talk about on the outside. Kind of went over everything. And oh, I guess to mention coilovers, totally forgot those. These are the Fortune Autos, I believe 500. I had them on my 17 BRZ. They swapped over to this BRZ, and yeah, they've been doing a really good job. I don't remember the spring rates, but I think they're a little bit on the stiffer side. I believe it was like 10K and 12K. Can't really remember. It's been a couple years, but yeah, Fortune Auto coilovers, love them. Doing a really good job. Man, guys, I'm forgetting so many things. Fourth brake light, installed that. Saw it online. I thought it was a great design. I'm also selling these, so if you guys want to purchase them, I have my website description down below. Really good quality, and they do all these crazy cool features. I did a DIY one because once again, when this car came out, there wasn't that many aftermarket stuff. Well, I still have it, but I'm not gonna put it back because I really like this one more. But it looked really nice. I'll insert some pictures or videos of how it looked like, and it was just a retrofit from the old WRX to pretty much the housing right there, and it came out really nice. Next up, I do have a little blinking module, so the third brake light right here could just blink when you press the brake. If you're a cop in California, I do not have this, but for anybody else, I do have 5% window tint. No tint on the front because I'm blind, so I can't even see. But yeah, on the rear, 5%. I just like the coziness. I never have anything valuable in the car because I'm broke, but I do like to have it where it's like the privacy, and also just like we do live in California, so it's like super sunny. It pretty much kind of protects the interior, and it also keeps the heat away from the inside. But I did want to say one thing, exhaust setup. Totally forgot about the exhaust. OEM header still. Front pipe is a 1320 front pipe from the old generations from 2013 to 2021. Same thing, pretty much plug and play. And then for my catback, same thing. It's MXP SP exhaust. I ended up changing the tips because somebody stole one of them. Don't ask me why they were only going to steal one. They just say it's a Bay Area thing. I feel like they stole it just so random that one day I went home and one of them was missing. But I ended up switching to these carbon fiber ones. They're a lot smaller in diameter, but they fit really good, and kind of just like the subtle thing. I almost feel like once this car goes turboed and E85, I almost feel like putting the little like covers in case you get like a single exit exhaust, putting covers on both of them. So taking off the tips, putting covers, and just leaving it like that, so it almost looks like an electric car. Turboed with the 85, I just think it would be kind of funny. I might do that in the future, but for now I'm just keeping those tips. They look really good. It sounds pretty good. I really like the exhaust sound and everything, and it's not too loud. It's not really like ricer sounding or anything like that. It gives it a nice deep tone. I think that covers pretty much the whole outside. For you guys wondering if the light bar, I don't have the trunk button anymore. I do. I just retrofitted it to right here in the corner, and it unlocks right there. Usually it's like right here in the middle, but now they have the light bar. That disappeared. Some future things I do want to do is maybe remove this one and put the light up one right there. I'm thinking about doing that. I'm just not too sure just yet if I am going to be doing that. And then I've always had this sticker on my other Subaru, so wanting to get it, I put it there, just, you know, kind of like a peace sign to my fellow Subarus, and also just my YouTube channel, Zero Planet. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Also, once again, just kind of giving it more of a contrast, black. Wrap that part black. I was gonna do the Street Hunter ones, but I realized with the Street Hunter one, the design was kind of flawed, where on the corner right here it would poke out and it almost looks like it was lifting. So never did that, just because I feel like over time the double side tape was gonna get wet and it was just gonna fly off. Those things are expensive. They're carbon fiber. They're like almost 600 bucks. I'm pretty sure with shipping. So I never purchased those. I still want them, but I'm just not too sure. Maybe they could redesign it somehow. If a fellow BRZ or GR86 owner in the Bay has them, let me see them in person, maybe, or comment down below actually. If they don't really poke out and stick out kind of weird like that. Same thing. There's this guy that designed like a over fender type of deal, and he had this kind of like V-spec R34 kind of little like add-on piece that you can add right here, carbon fiber. And I was gonna order it, but then once again I saw in the pictures that it was a very thin carbon fiber, and it almost looked like it was like lifting from the corners over here. So once again, I'm not gonna spend a couple $100 for it to just fly away. Don't ask me how I know. Other than that, I pretty much covered everything on the exterior. Let's move on to the interior. On the interior, I do have the seat covers. These are aftermarket, but they, oh my God, guys. I've never been a seat cover person, and I hate going to people's houses where they have the plastic covers on everything. Don't be one of those people. Don't leave any plastic covers on any of your screens or anything. Just peel that off, enjoy it. Don't leave it for the next guy. I know some of you guys are dweebs like that, but enjoy your stuff. Don't be like those dudes that can't drive the car because it's dusty. I was only gonna run them in the winter last year, and I kept them through the summer. These are leather, so they were a little brutal when it came to those really hot days. As you guys know, kind of leather gets really hot with the sun. They do such a good job. And then this is a limited BRZ, so it has a heated seat function, and it still works very good with the heated seats, even though these are covers. And they're so much easier to clean compared to the Alcantara seats. So I've just kept them this whole time. I kind of hope added different colors. They do red stitching. I feel like that'll tie very good because BRZ comes with all this red stitching compared to the GR86, but these look very good. It's also on the rear there, looks really good, and I just like the matching pair. I almost feel like I did the red kind of like interior thing right here with Alcantara, and I almost feel like doing white just to kind of match the seats. But knowing me, knowing how dirty I am, I feel like if it's white, it's gonna get dirty so quick. I'm almost tempted to do it. If you guys want to order some pre-cuts, I will have the link down in the description. Remember guys, anything you guys order that I make or sell, all goes back into the channel. So I'm not keeping any of this for me to go splurge at the club, because I don't even go to the club. It's all more for just funding projects, doing 3D printed stuff for the car, just anything that relates towards the channel. All the money goes to the channel. I'm working 3 jobs just to fund this channel, so trust me, I'm not just splurging. If you guys do support me, it's all for the channel and for making stuff for you guys, or finding cool things that you guys could purchase that I don't make any revenue on. It's just to kind of like show you guys that you're not just limited to certain companies. But back to it, I bought this. As you guys know, this is kind of like a silverish chrome part. I don't really like it, so I ended up buying this. This is a fake carbon fiber kind of like gel sticker thing. It's been looking really good, and it almost looks like real carbon fiber, especially on camera. But one thing I always had was when I installed it, this part always lifts. I have to put my finger there and pressure it for like a minute straight, and then it just kind of sticks there for a couple days, and then it lifts back up. What I'm thinking, hopefully it's not too racer, but this is red Alcantara. Doing this in red Alcantara as well, I feel like maybe that might look good. In some of my other videos, you guys know that I developed a 3D cubby, a 3D printed cubby with some buttons on the side. I realized those buttons I was never really gonna use, but I just had them on because they look cool. I ended up going back to the OEM one just because I wanted to try it out. The subtleness looked a little bit better, but I do miss that little cubby space where I would put my phone and car keys at. I did buy the black versions of these. Still haven't installed them. I've had them for almost like a year and a half. It's just because I haven't gone into the mod that I want to do. I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say I test drove a Tesla Model Y, and it came with heated steering wheel. I don't want to say too much without saying enough, but yeah, if you could kind of put the little hints, that's a mod that's going to come soon. I don't know exactly when, but it will come. So stay tuned for that, guys. And comment down below if you guys actually want to see that mod. It's gonna be kind of hard to tell, but I ended up painting this part blue, World Rally blue to be exact, just because it's that silver color. Didn't really like it. The dark blue looks a lot better. Right here, when the sun's hitting this World Rally blue and all that flakes kind of sticking out, it looks amazing. Especially right there in your front of the display, just looks really, really good. I'm pretty sure you guys saw, I kind of hit it, you know, I'm tall, so every time I kind of get out of the car, I do hit the door a little bit, and I had a really big gash right there. And I saw this TikTok video of using a lighter to kind of warm up the plastic, and the memory would kind of go back into the plastic and remove the little scratches. Let's just say my idiotness used the torch, and yeah, torches and lighters work differently. So yeah, so that just got like damaged, but I do have a new replacement piece, and it's just been sitting there for like the last 4 or 5 months. I've just been too lazy to swap it over. And then I have my dash cam right here, which it's basically like a screen slash dash cam slash you could turn it off and everything. It's connected to the rear. And then I have my air fresheners that I make. And then I found this company that would make like a wooden one. So I bought this wooden one. And I've been liking it. It's very thick compared to like the ones I sell. Still more mods coming to this car, guys. So stay tuned. But other than that, I hope you guys had a really good Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys have a good holidays for Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, everything coming up. And I gotta edit this video so it could go live today, just because the giveaway ends tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, guys, good vibes, peace. And one more thing, I just uploaded t-shirts to my website, so if you guys want to purchase any of those, once again, all that money goes back into the channel.